ready for this. He's surprised from Shannon.
LeBron right here. Check this out.
Be careful.
Hey, we do this.
He might bite.
No, he don't bite. Shake. Shake. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Look at it go. Look at that go. Yeah, we do this. Shake. There you go, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah, look, you got a LeBron jersey, though. That old fake goat you gave me for my birthday a couple years ago.
Yep.
This is the real goat.
The real goat.
Look at that. He got a crowd and everything. Spanky, you've been unbelievable. Look at that. You want to know? That's my guy. It's my guy. Look at that. See that? That's a real goat, Skip Bayless.
You know what a little bird told me?
What'd he tell you?
This goat's real name is Michael.
No, it ain't.
Michael. That's what they call him, Michael.
You did great. You did great, buddy. Oh, my God. Spank, you've been unbelievable. I got no more treats, but you've been unbelievable. You the real goat. You my guy. You my guy. You my
I'll
guy.
take him, Shannon.
Come on. Come on.
Can we have a goat every day on the show? Spanky, good job. Good job, Shannon. Thank you for that. I have a feeling you've been planning
That
it.
take you back to your barnyard?
Yes,
Skip,
yes.
what is your surprise that you've been talking
Oh,
about?
I got another treat too, Spank, but we'll get that one a little later. We'll
Yeah?
get that a little later, Spank. A little later.
Yeah?
A little later.
Boy, that goat is really small.
No, don't do this, guy.
Very small.
That fake goat you gave me with that Michael Jordan jersey.
Really?
That's the real goat.
Well, speaking of fake, I have a gift for you.
What you got?
I've got an authentic cubic zirconia ring.
what else?
I got one right here. This is real cubic zirconia. It's 100 fake diamonds in honor of you beating the fake Miami Heat in an epic mismatch.
Yeah, the Heat was a very well coached, a very well
Here, I'm going to
disciplined
put it
team.
right here. That's 100 diamonds.
That's all right.
All of them cubic zirconia.
That's all
Way
right.
to go. It's beautiful.
Hey.
It deserves to be a pinky ring.
If you wear it with your head held up, if I wore this, nobody's gonna think it's fake. Nobody's gonna think it's fake because I'm real.
But you know and I know
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
it's fake.
Oh, I can't
You
wait.
know and I know you beat a team that was the 5th seed in the East.
Guess what? You know what we're gonna do, Skip? We're gonna get our rings next year, and we're gonna beat them bum Clippers.
Okay?
That's what we do at opening night.
If you do that, if you beat them in the Western Conference Finals, you get real rings.
No. We gonna hold on. First of all, Skip, we got to celebrate this year's victory before we worry about next year's victory. So what we're gonna do opening night when the season starts and we get our big rings and they drop number 17 and the Finals MVP walks out there last.
Cubic zirconia.
You're a hater,
Thank you,
Skip.
Jenny.
Pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Guys, can we please get back to LeBron and the Lakers? I enjoyed the surprises, but here's the situation. LeBron has won his 4th Finals MVP, and it was last night, and was the first to do so with 3 separate teams. After the win, LeBron had a message to his doubter, Skip. You listen up to this.
We just want our respect. Rob wants his respect. Coach Vogel wants his respect. Our organization want their respect. Laker Nation want their respect. And I want my damn respect, too. No matter what I've done in my career up to this point, there's still a little rumblings of doubt or, comparing me to, the history of the game. And has he done this? Has he done that? Having that in my head, having that in my mind, saying to myself, why not still have something to prove? I think it fuels me.
Well, Skip, what do you make of LeBron saying these things?
I was shocked that LeBron James, twice after last night's game and winning his 4th ring, publicly acknowledged all the doubt that's out there about him. Some of it emanates from this side of the table, but a lot of it emanates from everywhere.
Yes.
There's lots of doubt about LeBron.
From former players.
From a lot of people, inside and outside basketball.
Yes.
I think there are a lot of fans, not Laker fans, maybe some Laker fans earlier this year, because you have to become a made man. You have to show them.
You got to validate them.
Okay, and I was happy for Laker fans last night, just for them.
Yes.
Maybe not for him.
What about for me?
I was happy he finally won something on the show. That was nice to see. But think about the magnitude of this man that you have you've written off everybody else as GOATs except this man for years. For 4 years on this show, you've said he's the greatest player in the history of this game. For 4 years on this show, you have made the case that he's still the best player on this planet.
Yes.
And even after year 17, still the best player on this planet.
He is currently, yes.
And the best player had to say last night, I want my damn respect.
Yes.
And because you always put him, wrongly, in the Jordan conversation, I thought, I covered Michael Jordan, and I could not have imagined Michael Jordan winning a ring and then saying, I want my damn respect. He got it,
Exactly.
and he knew it.
Even before he won the ring, Skip, they gave Michael Jordan respect. And just, it would have been very interesting if we had what we have today as far as social media, 24-hour news cycle, and the critique of Michael Jordan was like it was of LeBron James. It would have been very interesting to see. Michael Jordan has never had to fight. Even though it took him 7 years before he won his first title, he never had to fight for legitimacy like LeBron James has.
Okay. So what does that tell you? He was just universally acknowledged as the greatest player who ever played any sport, the greatest competitor, the greatest clutch scorer.
But I thought you had to win titles before you could get that title bestowed upon you. They bestowed that upon him when Michael and Larry and Isaiah were winning all the titles. How do you get to be the best player in the world and you got no titles? That's what y'all said about LeBron. Because
when Michael was a freshman at a school you love, North Carolina, he made the shot of shots to beat a great Georgetown team in the NCAA finals. He was the one who made the clutch shot.
Skip, you do realize James Worthy, who was the first pick in the draft, was on that team. Sam Perkins, if I'm not mistaken, was a top 5 pick on that team.
Dallas took him.
Jimmy Black. Come on, Skip. Al, come on.
Okay,
they were loaded.
Who did Dean Smith call the last play for? Michael Jeffrey Jordan, then known as Mike Jordan.
Skip, because he knew they were going to double. Skip, Big James Worthy had gone off. He had 28 that night.
Yeah.
He had gone off.
Well, you want to talk about a baby GOAT? He was still like 19 years old.
Skip, all the man is saying is like, look, even with all the expectations that I've come into this league with everything that I've done, the 13 all NBA first teams. Nobody else has more than 11. I have 13. The finals that I've gone to, the MVPs, the finals MVPs, leading my team in scoring for 16 straight years, leading my team in assists. He said, guys, you still have doubts. Even though I've hit more game-winning playoff buzzer beaters than any man in NBA history.
He's also missed them.
You still, exactly, you got to take them. And then people say, well, if LeBron had taken that shot on Friday and he missed it, I could live with it. The way you do it, Skip, is that you make the right play and you live whatever the results that may come with it. That's how it works. You can't have the luxury of saying, well, he missed it was a bad shot. If he makes it, it's a good shot. Michael trusted Steve Kerr. That's what you have to do.
Okay, but he called the play in the huddle.
But he had to trust him still.
Okay, but he told him, it's coming to you because Stockton's going to come double me and I'm going to kick it right to you. He had a 17-foot wide open, basically a free throw.
Skip, the guy was 8 feet away from Danny Green. 8 feet away. Before Steph Curry, Danny Green had the most threes in an NBA Finals in NBA history before Steph Curry broke it. So don't make it seem like that was Dwight Howard shooting the ball, Skip.
What were they wearing? Mamba jerseys.
Yes.
They were what? Were they 4-0 in Mamba jerseys? This is up to you to channel Kobe Bryant and go up and pull a Kobe off. You got to take the shot. Would Kobe have kicked it out to Danny Green?
Yeah, but there's one against Chicago on Christmas Day that Kobe went up over 4 guys and Derek Fisher was wide open in the corner and he missed it.
This was for all the marbles.
Skip.
This is to close out the Heat in the championship.
If they lose this series, and you have that legitimate point. But they won and going away. The game was never close. After the score was 28-20 at the end of the first quarter, that game never got within what, Skip? Never got within 15 except the final score.
I told you, I thought he could have put an exclamation point on his greatest finals performance ever. He had scored 40 points at that point. He had a hot hand from 3. He had a rare hot hand from the free throw line.
He had a hot hand from everywhere.
Just make the shot. Just take it up high off the glass. Get fouled. Go to the free throw line. Make the 2 free throws.
First of all,
show me you can go make free throws.
First of all, the man averaged 30, 12, and 9. So he had a hot hand the entire series. He averaged 27, 11, and 9 for the entirety of the playoffs. Hold on, in closeout games, we saw what he did against Portland. We saw what he did against Houston. We saw what he did against the Nuggets. We saw what he did last night. What else? Okay, I just want to know. so I can relay this to him.
Okay.
What else does he need to do?
Going into Friday night's game, in back-to-back games, which have been games 3 and 4, he had 14 total turnovers. It's just wrong, wrong, wrong. So, yeah, there were rumblings of doubt about him. If you look at his fourth quarter three-point shooting dating back through the first 4 games of the Heat series, all the way back through the Nuggets series, all the way back through the Rockets series, he was 2 for his last 23 from 3 in all those fourth quarters. Rumblings of doubt. There are always rumblings of doubt.
Skip. So are we not? So we just gonna gloss over when Mike was up 3-0 on Supersonics and shot 5 of 22 and shot 6 of 19.
He had 2 bad games, and then he said, "That's enough."
Skip, you talk about 2 bad games. You talking about a quarter for LeBron. You said he had because he missed, but he was the leading scorer in fourth quarters.
Who was the MVP of that series? Jordan.
Jordan, who's the MVP of this series? Who's the MVP?
You could have made a case for AD.
No, you could have made
Yes,
those. What kind of case is that? You
A plus-minus case?
You trying
How
to get
about a
convicted.
plus-minus?
You must be trying to get convicted. Did you see what he did on Friday night? Okay. So,
I saw he turned down the last shot.
and guess what?
Did you see what AD did in Game 3 to Jimmy Butler? He just took the game over. He controlled him.
Who took Jimmy Butler last night? Who took him last night?
Boy, I saw AD on him quite a bit.
No, you didn't, Skip. Don't do that. You saw Go James open the game up with it. Give me him. Give me him.
He was done.
Yeah,
Tank was empty.
Skip, that's what we do. But look at my guy. My guy's how many more years older than Jimmy? Had played how many more games? How many more minutes? And came back. Jimmy was on fumes. Jimmy was on fumes. My guy came and gave you 41 minutes last night.
All I know is if you publicly admit there's widespread doubt about you, your GOAT case is canceled.
Skip,
it's
Skip,
over.
Skip,
Done.
Skip.
That's all you need to know. Thank you, LeBron. You closed the case for Jordan.
Just because you acknowledge what everybody knows, he knows, you know, people know, they know who they are, that they were secretly rooting against him. Because it would further validate their case that he's unclutched and he's not this. But now he has a 4th ring with a 3rd different team. There is nothing they can say. There is nothing else left to say but to bow down.
To bow down to 4 and 6? So now we're worshiping sub 500 in the finals?
Has anybody ever done what he did? Has anybody ever?
I don't.
Has anybody ever won 4 finals MVPs with 3 different teams? A simple yes or a simple no. In the 80-year history of the NBA.
Has anybody gone 6-0 in the finals with 6 MVPs? A simple yes or no?
No.
Thank you. Case closed. Next question.
I tried to figure out after 15 years why he only went 6 times. Bill Russell went 11 times in 12 years.
He got sent home for a couple of those years, or he would have gone 8 straight times.
Why he got to recharge? My guy ain't never recharged.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on from this because we just had a GOAT. We just had a diamond ring. We have so much more Lakers to get to. But first, guys, will the Cowboys hold on to first place in the NFC East without Dak Prescott? That's next.
No mercy.